Oh, hello there. Welcome back to another RSG live stream. This is our lunch stream. Glad to have everybody aboard. Hey, how are you? It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Welcome to the lunch stream. What is the lunch stream, you may be asking? Well, that's where we just hang out with you good folks for the next hour or so. We'll do a roster review. We'll answer some of your questions. If you do have questions, go ahead and put those in chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your statement so we know that it is the actual question we are looking for. It just helps us scoop them up. So go ahead and get those in there. We got a great panel for you today as we get ready to do this show, and then we will get into our big Wednesday night live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, the longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. And we got some awesome guests and some awesome stuff to announce. Isn't that right, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman?
Nah.
That's it?
I figure that's all I'd get. Yes, we do. Sorry, I need to be more excited. Yes, Ranger, we are loaded with fun things to do on Wednesday night tonight on the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live stream. Better?
I don't even feel like doing the lunch stream anymore after that, Finn. You know, I come in here, I try to do the right thing, I try to pimp the stuff, and you're just going to sit there and be a dickhole.
A little.
You know what, everyone, that's it. The lunch stream's over. We're not doing the regular stream tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. Blame Finn. I will send you his home address. I have it. You can go kick his ass. So, everyone have a great rest of your day.
Yikes! Okay.
Oh, never mind, Grande.
Porg!
Grande Patron is here. The big deal. The chicken chaser. The French tickler. The beerless one. The brown Gandalf. The government Wi-Fi stealer. The pool boy himself. Grande Pappy Patron is here, folks.
What's up? Hello?
Yes. I thought there was going to be more.
No.
You know, this is your boy, Lord Grande, coming at you live with a new live stream.
I got in a lot of trouble last night for doing that. What's up? This is your boy, Lord Grande, coming at you with another great video. No. God. I have some real life stuff I have to go do for a minute. So, I'll be back.
Okay.
For real. Sorry.
He does. It's true.
Who else we got? We've got Grim the Mechanic here with us today.
Good morning.
Hey.
Or afternoon.
Yeah, whatever it is, you know. We also got from
for me it's morning. So.
Technically morning to you. And we've got, of course, from across the pond, the one and only Mike Hunt.
Good afternoon. Oh no, good evening. Yeah, we established it's actually evening.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone 5 p.m. So, sun is definitely past the yard arm. I can do as many hookers and blow as I wish to.
That's
now.
a lie. That is a total lie. What else we got in here? Okay, I think that's it. So we got Grande, we got Mike, we got Grim, we got our boy Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, who was monitoring chat and doing his thing and scooping up questions. So if you have questions, things of that nature, then please go ahead and get them out there. But welcome, everybody. Glad to see you all here. I did see something here from Trevor Christian. He says, kind of bummed out by yesterday's lunch stream. I didn't think Finity and Ranger would be giving up on the game. Hope they continue having people on that have fun competing in the game. Well,
we will.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're here for you guys. I'm still. Listen, I may be ready to kick some ass.
How we play the game really doesn't impact what we're gonna do on the streams and stuff. We're still gonna cover in the lunch stream. We'll still do your roster reviews because we're still gonna be following the game.
On the news.
We'll be doing all of the news and stuff that we do on Wednesday. None of that is going to change.
Yeah, we're just being transparent on how we feel, and that I absolutely despise CG. So, I mean, that's all we're doing. I mean, we're just being real. I'm not going to be a fake anything with you guys because I think that's disingenuous to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to not share my feelings and how I feel. You know, I don't think that's fair to you guys. Now, you may not agree with me, and that's okay. But we're still going to have fun. Trust me, we have brain damage. Us having fun on any game is going to happen, no matter how just pissed off the game may make us. We're still going to play it. I mean...
And fun comes in different ways, right?
Yeah.
Like the fun of this game, and I will give credit to this game for that. It has created one of the most tight-knit communities of any game that I've played. And so the community is really what's keeping me in this game. Like, we've all played games and we picked it up and we put it down and maybe we came back to it and you didn't think twice about it. Forgetting about the direction of the game, which we haven't agreed with, and I personally haven't agreed with in quite a while, and I've said that on the stream multiple times, and Ranger more recently. What's kept us going is the community. Like, you guys are awesome.
Helping you guys, seeing you guys succeed, you guys sharing your stories and your accomplishments and stuff. Trust me, that is more than enough to keep us going. So you have to separate our having fun with the game with you guys and our loathing of CG. There's two different things. So, me going
and again, it's the direction of the game that we're upset.
There's a lot of there's a lot of good things in the game. There's parts of it, but there's other aspects that I just can't ignore and how I perceive them to be. But trust me, we're going to give you guys 1,000% every goddamn time we're on the stream. And we're going to make sure that you guys scored away. And we love hearing your stories and your success stories. Every time we do a roster review and then like a couple weeks later someone messages us back, it's worth it. That is what we do this for, is for you guys. So I will continue to...
The best. I, too, despise them for being consistent. They are consistent, if nothing else, and that is why I closed my wallet to them a long time ago.
Yeah, so it's all good. But yeah, we love talking Star Wars in the game with you guys, right? So the platform that's created is just what it is. It's a platform to interact with you guys, have fun, do stuff like that. That's what we use the platform for. So just want to throw that out there. I saw that comment. I just want to let you know that we still will have fun, and it's all about having fun with you guys. So, I'll still do the events as best I can. I couldn't do the Revenant event because I just couldn't. But if I had to sit there for 9 hours like I did with Chewbacca or Thrawn, I'll do that, because you guys enjoy it, and I don't have any misconceptions. It's all about, that's what it's all about. You guys enjoying seeing us do all that stuff. So that's what
I just thought I'd missed the Tuscan event there. I thought you were saying that you did the event. I'm like, hey, really?
That's your connection, Mike. I can't help you with that.
Does need some friends. We need more Tuscans.
Yeah, we need his girlfriend.
Yeah, and their daughter.
And the adopted child, Betty.
I am Master Betty.
His cousin Phil.
It's a great plan. It's evil. It's so evil. It's an evil plan.
Best. All right, let's focus on the roster review. Get that out of the way.
You'll have to excuse Master Betty. It's time for his nap. Sleepy time.
So I wonder if translated to English really means like Steve.
That's a good point.
You have an unhealthy obsession with the name of Steve. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No, it would be Stephen.
All right.
We don't abbreviate.
Steven.
You don't. I said Grim does.
Yeah.
I don't know what your obsession
is.
No,
we don't care. Coffee, delicious.
Captain Obvious. Betty's are usually hot. Well, they have some work to do on that front then if they're trying to make a hot daughter.
Very hot.
She is adopted, so you can make her whatever race you want.
Mm-hmm.
Make her a Twilight.
There you go. See? Word. All right, today we're doing What Else 73's profile. And he is in Dark Lord's Resistance. So
I got a quick question for him. How close is Resistance to getting Treya?
That's a good question.
Doing heroic Sith.
We'll get that information. So Dr. Finn, what else is a great follower of? Well, all the Finns are, but what else has really stepped up into some nice, cool things for us? So it's a pleasure to do his roster. What is the first thing he wants us to look at?
All right. So he wants us to. So he's looking for us to kind of do a overall review of his roster, and we've, I believe, looked at his roster before. So he kind of just wants like a status check.
Okay.
And so he's looking to see how his Sith raid teams are looking. So to your question, it sounds like they are either in the process or already doing it. But he does want us to review his Sith raid teams. And what else 73? If you want to type in the chat, just let us know kind of where you are in the Treya farm. And then otherwise, he's just looking for where his next couple Zetas should be.
Okay.
And so we can just take an overall look at his roster and everything. We can see if maybe we can help him jump up in Arena a little bit. But yeah.
Okay, so let's look at his teams for Heroic Sith. So first one is phase 1 is always JTR. So let's look at his resistance. If GG will cooperate with me, that is. Someday. Surely. Alright, so GTR is 12 with the leader Zeta R2. Okay, numbers crunch, BB8. Only gear 10.
Oh, nice.
No. We've got to get BB8 to 11, 12.
Gear 12, actually. You want BB8 is one of those characters you want gear 12 with the multi-tool, because then he gets the additional health steal.
Resistance Troopers, gear 11. Scavenger Rays, gear 11. So this is just a gear check. So get R2, BB8, Resistance Ray. Let's get those gear 12.
Yeah,
because
BB8 needs to get gear 12 soon. That's kind of your
soon TM
gear. Yeah, if you can get him gear 12 plus the multi-tool, that's the main thing you need after gear 12, and that's because it increases his health steal, and so it increases his survival because he's gonna go fairly often in your Nihilus squad or against Nihilus in phase 1, and so yeah, there's more health steal. Yeah, that's gonna be.
More dots. That's
so
the 50 DKP minus.
He's 38 shards away from unlocking Treya.
Oh, very nice. Oh, we gotta go look at his Sith team then next.
Oh yeah, so now we're gonna get ready to change our arena.
Yes, we are. Let's go look at Sith. There they are. So
it's sexy. He's got a gear 11 Scion. He's got a gear 12 Nihilus.
Yes, very nice. Dark Nihilus. There we go. Okay. So we definitely can go the Triumphant. And then we can throw in.
His Enfys is gear 10 and 5-star. Okay.
I can get him to gear 11 easily.
Yeah, so the reason I'm looking at Enfys is because right now one of the counters. So you definitely want to have the Triumvirate. So you want to plan for Treya getting probably gear 12 because she's kind of squishy. And so you want to try and get her to gear 12 as soon as possible so you can use her in Arena with at least the Zeta on her unique. Now, why not the leader? The leader unique is still really good, but it depends on your shard and how many Revens there are. One of the teams that utilizes the Triumvirate, so you don't have to switch to kind of one of those off teams with the droids or something and focus on characters that you may not need outside of just the one focus, is your Darth Maul lead with the Triumvirate and Enfys. So that's what you want to probably try and build towards. Additionally, on the other side, if you want to keep a Treya lead, which still is very effective, you can do the Triumvirate with the Treya lead with Enfys, and then you can throw in whatever you want actually as a fifth. You could throw in a Thrawn, you can throw in a Dooku, you can work on your Sith Trooper. All of those are viable for offense. Defense, you probably want to get Sith Trooper if you want a defensive Treya team. Maul also probably won't be great on defense either, right? So defensively, you're probably looking at Triumvirate with Enfys and Sith Trooper. Offensively, you have a few different options, whichever ones you want to work on, but you want to start working on them soon. So those are probably some of the gear focuses arena-wise you want to focus on. And then as a reminder, Enfys, when you work on her, you want her with super, super high health and super, super low speed. You are not concerned about getting her fast in that team. In fact, you want her as slow as possible. So ideally, you're just loading her up with health and protection and just trying to keep her alive. And so that's the goal of the Enfys with the Zeta Maul lead.
Okay. All right. So that's Sith.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then to that point, that's also a Phase 2 team for you. So your Phase 2 team in Heroic Sith, one of them that can get you about 500,000 to 1 million, possibly a little bit more, is the Sith team with the Palpatine lead. And the way that works is simply it's Palpatine, Vader, Nihilus, Scion, and whatever other character you want. Sith Trooper works really well in there. You can use Hermit Yoda if you still have him available, but I see yours is 6 stars, so you're almost there with 7 star. Once you get into 7 star, he can go on that team. And essentially all you're trying to do is constantly get your Drain Force with Nihilus going as many times as possible. So you're going to try and dot and keep up the ads. that are there. You're not going to kill them. You can dot them up with Vader, so they have some dots, and then you just focus fire on Scion. On Scion, you keep your Scion and your characters to try and stay alive. If you have Sith Trooper, you can actually replace Vader with Sith Trooper for another tank, and so that can also work really well.
Yeah, what else? 73 replied and said his emphasis almost to 6 stars.
Perfect. Yeah, so just keep on
working
pushing
on
Emphas. She's a really good character to have. So
yeah,
I think you're so good. So you're on a good track here. That'll be kind of one of your I'm going to call it off-brand Phase 2 teams. Your main teams, let's see, do you have Wampa Wampa? Your Wampa Wampa is 5-star. So your Wampa Wampa isn't ready, which means that you're looking at potentially a Machine Gun Leia. Now, where is your Princess Leia? We'll go to Rebels, and your Princess Leia is Gear 8. Okay, so you are somewhat lacking a strong Phase 2 team. The Palpatine lead may be your best one looking at it.
Yeah.
Your Bastila isn't 7-star yet, so you don't have the Jedi quite ready yet. You need to work on your Wampa for that team, although finish Hermit Yoda first. Yep, I see. Yeah, you said you're working on Hermit Yoda's 7-star first. That's perfect. Finish Hermit Yoda. Phase 2, I think you're going to be moving forward well. You just have a few things to work on, whether it's increasing the gear of your Princess Leia. Once you get to Wampa, you'll have that. Whatever it is, I think you're going to be in good shape in Phase 2, but as it stands right now, you're going to be a little bit light on Phase 2, but that's fine. So just keep on going with the way you are. You're building your roster well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Who else we need to look at? Night Sisters.
And then Phase 3 with the Chex Mix as well.
Chex Mix, I think he's fine with. Night Sisters.
His Death Trooper is Gear 10. So work on your Death Trooper's gear a little bit. Death Trooper, it depends on where you're using him as well.
Some love.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few different areas you can work on. So I'm just looking at your Death Trooper really quick. He only has plus 400 offense, and so you want to try and get them higher offense if you're focusing just on the Sith team. If you have other uses for Death Trooper, then it's fine. But you may want to work on the offense stat a little bit there. Your Han Solo is also only Gear 11. You want to take him to Gear 12 and get him the bayonets, because that's going to give him additional offense as well. You have the critical damage on him. You have the critical damage set with the primary, so you're good there. Your crit chance is reasonable at 59%, and then between the buff and CLS lead, you're going to be good to go there. Do you have Chewie?
Chewie's 6-star.
6-star.
Okay, yeah. So you can't use Chewie, so you're using, unfortunately, Chirrut, which gives you that extra RNG aspect to it, but that's okay. Just something else you'll have to work on. And then his POW is 7-star Gear 7. So you might want to get POW to Gear 8, because 7 is sometimes a little bit low on survival. If you can get him to Gear 8, that'll improve his survival a good deal. That'll reduce the number of RNG. And it looks like all you have left is one of those Mark 6 hypo syringes, which you can get from the challenges. And so if you can get POW up to Gear 8, I think you'll be in good shape. So Chex Mix, you're fairly close. Again, just a little thing to work on here and there, but you're on a good track with the Chex Mix. And then you can comment on his Night Sisters, Ranger.
Well, they need gear. It's just a gear check. I think I'm gonna go back to them because I want to see his troopers and they need a little bit of work. But yeah, I mean, it's a gear check. Let's get me to Gear 11. Let's get that Zeta on Talzin eventually here in Unique. You've got the 2 on Asajj, which is fine, but to really make that team pop, you've got your Night Sisters and I'll be at 10. So get your DACA, finish your Talia, and then you'll be good to go. I think you're right there. So this a lot of you're there with a lot of your teams. We're just missing a piece here and there, gear, something like that. But yeah, I think what else for your Sith raid. We've got the teams kind of lined up. We're missing little things here and there, but if you can focus, let's focus on your teams for heroic Let's get your Death Trooper to 11. Let's get your Night Sisters to 11. Let's get your Sith for Phase 2, which will help you get them ready for what you need for Arena anyway. And then we've got the JTR team that needs a little bit of work with BB-8 and things of that nature. So pick one of those at a time. Finish them up, get it done. We want to the next one. Gear them, gear 11. We want to the next one, and I think you'll do just fine with. Continue to do fine, and even a little better with your heroic Sith. And these teams will help you out long-term territory wars and things of that in that regard. All right, what else do we need to look at there, Dr. Finn?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Grim, you have something to say?
I'm good. Sorry.
All right.
Go ahead, Finn. No, I was like, oh, wait a second. They already talked about that. I'm not paying attention.
Right. Good job.
And then, so the next thing he wanted to look at, so we went through all the Sith teams, and the next thing was just where he should put his next couple of Zetas.
Mother Talzin.
Yes, and then Mother Talzin.
And I'd recommend Maul.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to be working on Sith, he needs Maul to be able to take down the Revan teams. Because the Maul team makes Revan teams actually pretty easy to beat.
Except he also doesn't have the Enfys Zeta. And you're going to need the Enfys
Zeta. Really need it, does she?
Yeah, because otherwise she's always going to attack the Taunter. And that's going to be a problem.
It's worth considering that we might be switching to a Sith-style meta in ships.
Yeah.
So again, it's worth investing a bit
Marauder
into Darth Maul.
Yes.
A personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, I think you definitely want Maul. I would also say then Talzin Unique and Enfys are going to be two of your top as well. Enfys, again, assuming that you're moving in the direction where you want to run your Zeta Maul with the Triumvirate and Enfys in the lead. The reason you need the Zeta on Enfys is otherwise she's going to keep on targeting the person with the taunt. And if it's somebody like Kenobi, the taunt is going to keep on returning. If you have the Zeta, then whoever attacks is who she's going to counterattack, and she's going to dispel the buffs off of that person because her basic does the dispel. So you want her to try and spread out her attacks a little bit in order to try and debuff. Now, for the most part, it's not going to matter too much because she's going to be stunned probably and just constantly attack because she's the only one not stealth. So it depends on kind of how your arena plays out. But her Zeta is a really good one. And just based on where you are, as you have a lot of the really good Zetas already, those would probably be your top three. Mother Talzin Unique, Maul Leader, and Enfys Unique. And you can kind of figure out how you want to order those. But do you guys see any others? Because I don't see any others that I feel are super critical for him right now. Now, he will need to save 2 for Traya.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's getting her relatively soon and only 36 more shards. So
save 2 for Traya. Save 2 for Traya.
Mm-hmm. So only spend over 2. Save your 2 for Traya, and then you can spend everything above.
Do whatever you like.
2 in your other characters.
Darkness is spreading. All right, what else?
That's it. Unless if you need anything else, what else while we're here, just go ahead and type it in the chat. But yeah. So for the Phase 3 thing,
you're looking good there. You're looking good there. What else? 73. I like the direction we're going here, buddy.
Yeah, and if we've told you anything wrong, make sure to blame Finn.
That's right. You know, it's funny. I started thinking about Evil Betty, right? And then I started thinking about Kung Fu movies. And then I started thinking about the Wu-Tang Clan. And so I'm thinking about that. Then I started thinking about Wu-Tang Clan, the rap group. It's funny how your mind just goes.
Well, they were drafted by the Asians, so it all worked out.
I know, right? And then I started thinking about their songs, and I started doing Cream, and then I started thinking about Triumph, and then I'm starting doing the raps while we're sitting here. I'm just like, got the song in my head. And I'm just sitting there saying the rap lyrics in my head. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Well, remember,
let's take it back to 79.
We do have brain damage.
A little. All right. So I think that covers it. So if you have any other questions, what else? You know where to hit us up on the Discord, and the link to the Discord is in the description of the video. So, Ranger, we missed it last week.
What?
But it's time again
Huh?
Are you ready?
For what?
Arr, it be time to answer questions as pirates.
Arr, no.
Oh,
Unless
no.
T-Money's here, I don't want to be dancing.
Arr, but it be Pirate Wednesday.
Arr, I don't be wanting to be a pirate without T-Money. Without Captain T, it's like eating cornflakes without any milk.
Well, we need to be adding T-Money to the call.
Well,
I'm gonna call her again.
Okay.
But we be doing the questions anyways.
Well, unless T-Money's here, I don't want to do it.
Arr, but I do it in her honor.
All right. Well, you do that. I'm going to be a normal boy.
Arr, where Grande be? We have a question for Grande.
He be not around.
All right.
I'm right here. Arr.
All right, Grande. We got a question.
He be a French tickling pirate.
I'm a French tickling pirate. Har har har.
Well, we got a question from another captain. From Captain Obvious. He be asking, what is Grande's most prestigious title?
What is my most prestigious title? Oh, God. I don't
There's
know.
so many.
I have a lot of titles that are kind of silly. I would have to say that my most prestigious title is probably the French Tickler. I would have to say that is the most prestigious one out of all the titles.
Arr, that be the one that gets recognized most overseas.
Oh my God.
Or what was it? Verga Grande Patrone?
Yeah.
Arr, we ain't be going down that
A lot
direction.
of people are using Wu-Tang Clan lyrics for little puns and stuff in the chat. Oh, that's so fit. That's a Ribbon gets the money. Dollar bills, y'all. That is fantastic. Oh God.
Arr, okay, the next question be from Darth Rada. Question. We're almost at the end of October.
Mm-hmm.
And not a word from CG about the road ahead.
Not a goddamn word.
After the obvious money grab that is Revan,
Word?
is this further confirmation of disconnect between CG and the community?
It's really odd because they've been doing such a great job. You know, I have my hang up with CG and stuff, but I give them credit where credit's due. They've done a fantastic job with their communication. They've been, engaged with the community, and then all of a sudden, silence!
Arr, it'd
It's
be
a
like
trap,
somebody
arr.
in their tent.
You know, I don't. It is stunning how long. I mean, really, how quiet they have gotten, right? And the road ahead, was something that was kind of, we asked for it, and then they delivered, and they've been doing a really good job with that stuff. But then all of a sudden, it's like nothing. It's Revan, and then it's been nothing, right?
But
And
why ye be surprised? Captain Ranger was calling for a mutiny.
I was, but step up. If you're gonna do stuff, own it.
Own it.
You know?
Exactly. So here's the deal. I don't know why we didn't have a road ahead post.
I don't
think
either.
We can chalk it up to a lot of different things, right? As to why we didn't have a road ahead. We could chalk it up to the fact that potentially Crumb doesn't understand what a road ahead post is, even though we may have read one earlier. We could chalk it up to the fact that I'm not kidding. Right?
Seriously.
I mean he's gotten other things wrong. We could chalk it up to the fact that every road ahead post we've ever had has been done by two individuals, and we haven't heard a lot from those two individuals. Maybe they're busy on other things. Maybe the website says they're working on a new game.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's where those people are. Maybe that's where those people.
I mean,
are at.
Crumb's been talking and stuff, but other than Crumb, nothing.
Well,
and that's
Reddit,
few and far between.
On Reddit, you get a little bit, but let's.
Mm-hmm.
So what if they're working on something and they're not being told, or they're being told to not talk about it
Mm-hmm.
by somebody else, whether that's Disney or whether that's whether that's
Probably EA.
EA. There could be multiple reasons
Sure.
why they're being told not to work on something. The third one is that maybe they really don't know what the road ahead is, or maybe they're unclear on the path.
Clouded the future is.
Hard to see. I don't know. Whatever the reason, it's come on.
It's a little frustrating that we haven't had one. I would agree, considering we've kind of been promised them, and then we actually got a URL that was called the Road Ahead, and it really and it was sort of a road ahead, but it sort of wasn't a road ahead. It wasn't what we're used to for a road ahead. Sure. That's for sure. We're not used to a puzzle and then a video and then be like, oh, that was the road ahead. Okay, great, thanks. Because what happens in 2 weeks is not kind of a 90-day plan.
Yeah. What is what is the next quarter? What are we looking at generally? What are your thoughts? What are some of your intentions? And
it may be because if they set a road ahead, it would conflict with their we don't talk about legendaries or heroics when they happen.
Yeah,
the
could
first
be,
time.
but then say that.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that
they sort of have said it. Carrie said that they kind of front loaded the year with marquees, and they kind of back loaded the year with heroics and legendary,
which is fine. But my point is, if you're for the road ahead, it's a simple statement. Hey, we've been doing the road ahead, blah blah blah. We're not going to get into too much depth because there's some fun, exciting stuff coming out for you guys. Can't really get into it because it'll kind of give stuff away. If you put an email out like that, then it's like cool,
Okay, let me ask this. Okay, so let's just assume they had a road ahead. And they were waiting to see what the backlash was from Revan. But the road ahead includes more legendary characters. Let's say there's a legendary C-3PO coming, and now everybody has used up their resources to try and get Revan. Or there's a Jedi Luke event that's going to be coming in December, and people have used up their resources already for Revan.
And
what if they're just changing their road ahead now because the whole Revan thing has thrown everything into chaos?
It's unacceptable.
I think that's a little bit too like butterfly wings.
Not exactly.
Okay, Grande, I would agree with you if it wasn't for that post that came out that said, "Oh, well, we're not sure if Revan's going to be on time." They've been kind of hedging everything they've been doing recently.
So I think
that's a good point.
I think the reason for the hedge on Revan had to do with the fact that the person writing the post didn't want to speak for other people.
Revan should know better. I'm sorry. That was a read that.
No, sorry, I'm not getting a pass on that one, Grande. I mean, you don't.
I don't think Grande that's just to give it a pass. He's just kind of giving the reason for it.
Right.
And I understand that as a reason, but still, I think you would agree, Grande. Like, that kind of post is relatively unacceptable with something as big as they were making the Revan release to be.
I mean, well, come on. We hedge all the time. Hey, you might kind of sort of want to work on this.
Yeah, but we don't have any information. They do. Grande, we're guessing based off making logical assessments based off the knowledge we have, which is dick. So they have all the information.
Like, we didn't sell the packs. We didn't put the timers on the packs that lasted, assuming they started on the right day. Like, they're the ones that put that it was the packs were lasting exactly 1 week after
I think we're reading too much into one or two words that were told to us. In my mind,
words matter, man.
I think that nobody. I mean, I understand that you and I read that post as, they were giving themselves an out in case it didn't come out on time.
Right.
And it may have just been that somebody was using slightly non-committal words.
Yeah, but you can't be committal with something like that when you're already selling the packs.
Right.
Like, it's one thing to not have put anything in the game and be like, oh, well, we're trying and we're not getting it. But once you start selling the packs,
right,
and you create that mentality where you have to panic farm, like, you can't go back. You better be ready to do that panic farm.
Yeah, and that's poor backwards planning if that is the case, Ronnie. You know how that is in the military.
No. What I'm saying is that we're making an assumption based on 2 or 3 words in one sentence about what's happening. And I'm saying that somebody could have whipped that off really quickly, not thinking, oh, someone's going to read a ton of crap into what I just said.
Well, we can only go based off what they say, Grande, and they didn't correct it afterwards or make another statement based off any feedback that was in the comments.
Look, the person that wrote that post is the same person that put Legos in the game, and we all thought it was going to be like, what's the droid's name that looks like a bug? Ziom or something, or Ziom, whatever it is, and it ended up being Chewbacca. Forlom. That's it. We all were like, "Oh, it's Forlom," and then the guy had to go, back and go, "I didn't mean Forlom. Just kidding." Right? I mean, so I'm just saying that on their end, we misconstrue what they say a lot.
No.
Okay, so that one was intentionally given as a hint and not to give it to us. So that's a little different.
All I'm saying is that we read too much into a post, and we read it not how they want us. We read it in an unintended way that they didn't mean to.
I'm going to push back. I'm sorry. I'm going to push back on you. I'm sorry. That's wrong, Grande. Carrie, when she writes something, I have no misgivings about what the hell she is talking about.
Absolutely.
Carrie is a master of what she says. It's clear. It's unambiguous. I know what Carrie's thinking. I know what she means. I know what she's saying. It can be done. If you do not know how to write a proper formatted, worded email and don't know what words will imply or not imply, then you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Now, do we read more into it? Possibly, but I can only go by what they give us. And that... All I'm saying is you got to consider the source, and everybody's not the same. And the particular individual that has now done this twice sometimes says things in a way that are not exactly what they meant. But how does...
But you have to be so the same statement is read differently depending on the situation too, right? Like you can say one thing at one time and one thing at another time, and it means completely different things. And so the problem is not what he said. Crumb has made other posts like that, and I don't really have any issue with it. Where he's basically trying to be upfront with us, right? Like we're working on this. And we're aiming for this, but it may or may not be ready. Like that's what we're aiming for. And normally it'd be like, okay, that's fine. The problem is they already released things in game and started the panic for him. And so the situation changed, and then you can't start talking in that kind of cautionary words where you're like, oh, well, we may or may not hit it. Considering especially when Carrie just put on her Twitter like the weekend before, like, I'm the bad guy because I make decisions that people don't like, and then I have to ask people to stay overtime. I mean, I'm paraphrasing her quote, but
right.
But she put out the Twitter post where it's like, yeah, they're really aiming to get it out in time, but it requires a lot of extra effort, right? And so she would basically posted like she was coming off as the bad guy for having to do X, Y, and Z. But that being said, you can't have somebody coming out and saying, yeah, well, we may not reach it in time, when the other person's like, yeah, we're going to reach it in time, but I'm going to be kind of a bad person in the office because I'm asking people to stay late.
I think you're reading way too much into this, man.
And I personally think that you're not reading enough into it, Grande.
Well, all I'm saying is...
And we're just going to disagree to disagree.
I'm just
we're going
saying
around
that
circles.
No, what I'm saying is that, just because a Coke bottle fell from the sky doesn't mean God brought us the Coke bottle.
Well, that's your... Let me
finish my statement. It means somebody in an airplane could have easily accidentally thrown a Coke bottle out of the airplane, and it happened to fall, and we happened to see it and think God gave us a Coke bottle.
But you're assuming that, one, I believe in God. Two, that I'm not critically thinking but it's perspective. Your perspective is one thing, mine is another. So you can say what you're saying, and I respect that. I'm just disagreeing with you on that. I don't think that, that that what you're saying... I push back on it. I disagree with you 1,000%. And it's not that I'm, my critical thinking factors look at that and I can interpret what it means. It's not about reading into it. I'm reading what they said. You know, it's not like like they wrote that. I'm saying, well, that must mean Jabba the Hutt is coming into the game. No, I didn't go crazy with it. I just read what they put in there.
We had a ton of people. We had a ton of people who said it was C-3PO. Remember?
Oh yeah, but that's speculation. Again, it's a big difference between me as a person doing a YouTube channel, looking at the information given to us, and speculating. It's fun, right? But we're not. We always say. We don't know. This is what we think, but is it not different when you're in that position of authority and you have the knowledge, right, and what's going on and stuff? You know, that's a whole different ball of wax. You know, because you know what's going on.
I'll put this out there too, Grande. I'm pretty sure that post was he still has the post there, and you can read it to see if we're reading anything more into it. We read it at the time.
I don't disagree that it was a problem, right? I don't disagree that it was a problem, and that they need to be more precise with their words. All I'm saying is that it is very easy to. I mean, people do it to us all the time. You know, we say something, and then someone said, "Oh, look, you know, Ranger said, you know, JTR was garbage," or Affinity said JTR was garbage, and I'm like, no, Ranger, Infinity, and me didn't say.
I did.
JTR was garbage.
Yeah,
I still do. Yeah. I still think she's garbage.
All I have to say on the matter is I blame Finn.
Yeah, let's do some other.
Damn it, Finn.
God damn it, Finn. Stupid Finn. All right, let's go on to something else. I think we've covered that.
Arr.
One. Arr.
Okay.
Arr.
The next question be from Danilo Papayas. And is Mike here?
Mikey?
Yar.
Arr.
Yar.
Mike, I got a question for you. The question be, when you said yesterday that you'd be back in 5 minutes, did you leave to get into the bathtub and join us from there?
He came over to my swimming pool.
No. I was filling the bath with my crystal.
That be one big deal pirate.
He was swabbing his poop deck.
He was taking one
don't be swabbing your poop deck in the bathtub. It just floats around.
It'd be a nasty habit.
5 grandes a day. He was doing one of his 5 grandes a day.
That's right.
All right. Next question be from Makwa. That's a strong pirate name, Makwa. Question. What are the teams that are used for Phase 6 and Territory Battle? Last time used up my tunes in the special mission and didn't have enough for the rebel mission.
Well, so if
you don't have to use rebels in the special mission on day 6.
No. So the Princess Leia one, I always go in there with. So this is kind of how I do it. You have to use Rogue One for the mission up north, and then you've got the Hoth Rebel one up there with. Or no, you need to see one of those two, right? So the way I kind of run it is I will run in with the Rebel with Leia, right? You have to run Leia, and you know what? Let's go look.
No, you have to run Leia in that one.
So Leia. So for that one, I will run General Kenobi, JTR, BB-8, and usually I go in there with like. Who else do I go in there with? Ahsoka Tano, something like that. It's just another damage dealer. It doesn't really matter, right?
It's the leftovers, isn't it?
Well, for me, those aren't leftovers because what I do for the South mission, besides the special one, is I'll run Resistance. Finn, Poe. I save R2D2 for the team. Resistance Trooper, Resistance Pilot. That's an easy clear, right? Your Rogue One, you've got to have them at least gear 12. You're going to have to do that mission. And then for the North mission, I use CLS, Han. Now I use Chewbacca, Old Ben, and then the whatever, Hoth Roll Scout or Trooper that you have to use for that one. And that's the team. So if you break it out like that, it'll really help you out. Now, if you have the Bastila team, if you have a 7-star Bastila, you can easily go Bastila, General Kenobi, Ezra, Herman Yoda, and Princess Leia, and you go have fun kicking the crap out of that mission. In the South, and you can use your JTR team and kick that ass, and then Rogue One's Rogue One, and then you have your full complement of Rebels there. So I kind of like to save the Rebels for the North battle, and then the Southern battle, I'll mix in my Resistance and stuff to those two battles there. You could go full Jedi. If you have a 7-star Bastila, go for it. If not, then you can use JTR BB-8, General Kenobi, another damage dealer with Princess Leia, and you should be fine. And then Resistance in the other southern one. And then try doing it that way, because the one up top with CLS, Chewbacca, Han, Old Ben, and then say, I don't know if it's Scout or Trooper without looking at it, but you're going to win. That team that's what you want.
Don't forget, there will also be players that have got 7-star KOTOR.
Sure. You can use those too.
Scout.
Yeah.
And the Scoundrels now. So our light side
Emphas is a
inventories
beast.
have expanded.
Yeah, Emphas. You could go Emphas. Throw her in one of those. I wouldn't do it in the special mission. That's kind of a waste, in my opinion. But you can use that in the Southern battle, where add that to your Finn Zeta. Zeta Finn and Resistance with the Emphas nest. Talk about them never getting a turn. They will never get a turn. Just
remember to remod her for speed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it doesn't take that much speed. If you're 270 plus with her going into that battle, you're fine, because I know my Poe is 250 something, and he easily goes before they do. So that's what you're kind of looking at for that battle. And trust me, that is an easy win with the Resistance in the South, not on the special mission, but the other, that will really help you out. R2 just keeps it going. Poe, Finn, I like Resistance Trooper. Throw in an Emphas if you got her 7-star. If not, then stick with Pilot, and you can still easily have not a problem with that. You can be 85,000 on your GP and still clear the hell out of that mission because of what they do. And then go with your best Rebels in the North, use your Rogue One, and then take your JTR if you have it in the other mission. Or you can go Bastila. There's a lot of different ways you can go with the other characters you have. But I would keep your Rebels to the North if possible, so you can do that, because that's how you want to do it. All right.
I be going out of order with the question, because that'd be an important question for Grande.
Oh, not another one.
Grande, question from What Else 73. Who are these people throwing Coke bottles out of airplanes? Don't they know that that's dangerous? Sounds like something that should be illegal.
Oh man! So there's a really old movie called The Gods Must Be Crazy.
Best movie ever.
And it's
so
about
awful.
it's about Aboriginal or native people in Africa. And a guy throws a Coke bottle out of an airplane, and it becomes a crazy kind of scenario whenever the native peoples find the Coke bottle and everything they do with the Coke bottle. And what it does is it helps you see things from a different perspective, and that's really what we're talking about here. There you go. Go watch it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'm sure The Gods Must Be Crazy is on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah. Just watch it. It's.
And if you haven't, have you seen the movie before, Ranger?
Oh yeah.
Affinity, have you seen The Gods Must Be Crazy?
I have not.
Okay, well, if you.
Well, Finn lives under a rock, so.
Have you seen it?
And it'd be a beautiful.
Yes, I have seen it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Or at least I liked it.
Hey, Mike, have you seen The Gods Must Be Crazy?
No.
Oh, well.
Well, he is British.
He's British. It's a silent movie.
It's a British
narrated. Movie. It is. I think the narrator does have a British accent. Now that I've come to think of it.
They always be British or Morgan Freeman.
British or Morgan Freeman. I don't think Morgan Freeman was a narrator back then. He was still on the Electric Company, bro.
He don't narrate a movie about.
We're gonna turn you on. We're gonna show you the power.
Hey, Finity, do you remember when Morgan Freeman was on the Electric Company?
No.
Do you even know what the Electric Company is?
The Electric Company.
The Electric Company was before Sesame Street on PBS. Yeah. That's how old school that is. Anyway,
all right.
Showing my age now.
Yes, you are. Okay.
All right. Now we go to a movie by question by Ski Trooper. Question. Ski Trooper can make a movie too if he wants. Question. Baseless speculation. What droids should you gear up in anticipation of the Grievous rework?
Oh God. Oh,
L337.
I mean,
IG 100.
T3.
Magna Guard.
Lobot.
Oh man, can you imagine if Magma Guard got a rework with a Grievous rework and became OP?
I saw
That would be nice.
I gotta tell you, he has anti-Jedi synergy. What if he became even more anti-Jedi? I mean, we have like 3 characters that are anti-Jedi. One of them's gotten a rework, and if the other 2 got anti-Jedi synergies like Grievous and IG 100, that would be sick. I mean, that'd
be fantastic for the people that paid $400 for Revan.
Look, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, and then they're gonna bring out a droid DACA, which is like AOE remove 70% turn meter from all Jedi or something dumb, and dispel. So it's gonna be like on a 2-turn cooldown. So 2-turn cooldown droid DACA, which is AOE dispel with a target lock on the Zeta, and remove 70% turn meter from Jedis, and irresistible, and 2-turn cooldown. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I can see them adding more of the target lock things, like maybe say while this character is active, target lock characters cannot gain turn meter or cannot gain buffs, stuff like that.
Well, we already have target lock characters cannot gain buffs.
Yeah, but I mean
IPD.
Oh yeah, sorry, but I mean like the more screw the other team over while they're target locked abilities.
I've been playing around with that HK squad, which is a Revan killing squad, or can be. One of the videos I watched said had a disclaimer. It was like 10% successful.
10% of the time it's successful.
Which a lot of people would take those odds, wouldn't you? 1 in 10.
1 in 10. That's terrible.
It's not terrible, but that's HK, IG88, IPD, BB8, and T3M4, who is an awesome droid. Awesome droid. Yeah. We've got some really good droids come through.
10 or 20% turn meter removal on an AOE, I think.
Or was it 50% health and protection given to an ally droid and that? I mean, he keeps them alive and
BB-8's taunting and evading at the same time and getting foresight.
And countering.
And doing Illuminated Destiny. Yeah. So I mean, it is possible. It is possible that you could make a team work. And the thing is, we need a better freaking leader than HK for the droids. That's really what it boils down to, which is the reason why everybody is so freaking jazzed about potentially Grievous and a couple more. And it may
3 years in the making.
Well,
it better be worth it.
I mean, look, if they finally wanted to do some synergies, right? If they finally wanted to do some synergies with Battlefront, I think Battlefront 2 just got Grievous, right?
Nope. It's coming, though.
Well, that Twitter page, their Twitter just sent out a Twitter today that said Grievous is coming.
Well, yeah, it's
so,
it be coming soon, TM.
What's be wrong with you, Grande? Don't you be...
sorry.
You're a very bad man, Grande.
So, if they wanted to do some synergies, finally, with that game, that's how they could do it. Is work some clone stuff. I mean, not clone stuff. Work some Grievous stuff. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Quick comments. Andrew Sweeney says 10% of the time it works every time. That'd be correct.
That's right. God damn.
And random side note, Danilo Papayas, Becky Lynch be the hottest lass in the WWE.
Well,
next question. Just agree. It be true. Next question from Helidix, from something really long. Question. You all want to RSG actual. I have eyes on SG's headquarters.
We're in a holy pattern. Quit sending me damn messages. I'm trying to have tea.
He be having eyes on CG headquarters.
That's right.
Seeing one time's big deal.
Keep the recon going.
Firing the enemy forces.
Let's keep this shit going. Let's keep it real, yo.
The big deal grande battle droid be conspiring with enemy forces.
That's true.
Ha! I'm conspiring with enemy forces.
Willing to encounter danger, close conditions. Do you copy?
Yeah.
Grande be a filthy traitor.
He be indeed.
Our next question be from Ouchie Dumpling. What happened to Talk Like a Pirate stream? Well, there you go.
Well, yeah,
It be Wednesday. We be asking questions like a pirate, although only I'm doing it. We need the team money.
We do. We do need the team money. I mean,
Yar.
Our next question be from David Rodriguez. Rodriguez is also a strong pirate name. Question. Why is it that McMull says stay away from Bast Lashan when running Revan Squad, when due to his tags he gets double buffs? I think the kit is ideal to be a support.
Say that again.
Their outfits clash.
I mean, yes.
He's got to make sure he's fabulous.
Because you can throw damage and tanks and stuff in there as a result. Bastila is kind of like a supporty character, and so you can use Bastila effectively. I think one of the things that people are trying to do right now also is trying to figure out how they can make multiple teams with the Jedi, and Bastila is still a really good lead on her own. And so potentially you can run Bastila on her own team if you're trying to separate the Jedi, and if you're making your Jedi team with Revan, right, and you're trying to create a specific Revan team, Bastila works really well, but people have been moving towards some other teams that provide a little bit more attack and survival. One of them I'm seeing a lot more is Revan with Ezra, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolee, and Kenobi. You can also replace Kenobi with Old Ben. Some are running actually double heals with Hermit Yoda and Jolee, and they're just leaving the damage Yoda. It just kind of depends on how you want to mod and how you want to focus. Some people are throwing Chewie in there in order to get kind of the extra bonus from the loyal friend and stuff. I mean, it just depends on how you want to play it. I don't think Bastila is necessarily bad. It just depends on how you want to run it. Our next question be from David Rodriguez again. Question. Since February is the time we see new Sith, what can you guys see coming? Perhaps a Darth Malak, since Old Republic seems to be the flavor.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't shock me at all. Malgus, Malak, any of those guys.
I see them having to do something to appease the community after this PR nightmare with Revan. No, the release of Revan really stirred up the community and created a lot of PR hang-ups. You know, a lot of people are pissed off at this release. Not, you know, a angry community is less likely to throw money at your game. Let's just put it that way.
If they don't,
then a happy community.
I mean, look, they lost the $10 a week, $10 a month guys a year and a half ago when they dropped the freaking subscription. I mean, those guys are gone. A year and a half ago. I mean, it's like we're crying
they
about it.
They weren't until recently, though, really, because you could spend the $10 on one of those packs with the marquees, and people were spending it on that just to get those characters up to 4-star. The problem is they released so many marquees recently that $10 a month wasn't enough, and that was annoying.
Now, the $10 guys have been gone for a while.
Speaking of, didn't they say they were going to bring something different?
There's other issues with regards to that. Yeah,
I mean,
that's other issues.
That has to do with legal and basically like somebody paying for something and then not receiving it. And it has to do with having a pack that's based on when people log in. I mean, if you pay for a $10 pack and you don't get your crystals every day, and the packs expire in your inbox, then effectively it's like you got given. It's like you paid for bananas, and you received bananas that were moldy and expired, and you could say that somebody didn't get something that they paid for, and they potentially could sue.
Okay.
That's the problem with the subscription model, as their lawyers see it. I think no one's ever actually told me this. That's all hugely speculative. What I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Totally huge.
All right.
That statement brought to you by Grande and Grande.
Grande and Grande.
He's such a big deal. He needs his name.
The official law firm of Wales Fargo.
No, Grande and Little Grande.
They only have two clients: Grande Patron Tequila and Wales Fargo. Grande law firm.
All right, next question. Trevor Crinches.
I see a new commercial in our future.
Yeah, I think we need that. We need to get you in a suit, Grande, walking around.
Grande law firm.
All right. Next question from Trevor Christensen. Do you think we could see droids becoming a meta with the Grievous rework, seeing as droid teams are beating the top Revan teams in Arena? Droids don't hold up defense, but Grievous could change that.
Yes, I do.
It's entirely possible.
I do. And if you've been run over by a big Revan truck, call Grande and Grande. 1-800 Revan hurt. That's it.
Oh my God.
It's like dealing with a retarded monkey.
Not board specialized in Revan hurt lawsuits.
Oh my God.
God, Grande's lost it.
I'm cracking myself up over here. I'm sorry.
You think?
Grande has thoroughly lost his mind.
He's completely lost his potatoes.
Oh my God. I laugh at my own jokes so hard sometimes. It's really dumb. I'm sorry.
All right. Next question from Prawl Bacamonte. Question: what is the turn order supposed to be for the Chewie mixed team? It's pretty much the same, except you don't give a crap about Chewie.
Han goes first. There you go.
Yeah. Han shoots first. So Han will go first. Now the difference is before Han used to be able to get a lightsaber down very close to death, unless you had like super god mods. He would be able to get it down very close to death, and then you would need another character in order to finish it off. Usually it was CLS. With Chewie assists Han, and so you can basically take out one lightsaber. Chewie basically doesn't have to go at all because all you need is for Loyal Friend to be on Han. That's the main thing. CLS really doesn't matter. You want to use him just to kind of get rid of some of the foresights that are up. And so all you need is Han to go first. Then you need Death Trooper and Han to go again. And Han will always go first, by the way, because of his unique. In terms of turn meter, Death Trooper and Han will need to go after Traya. That still hasn't changed. And Pow needs to go hopefully before the lightsaber. So that's all you have kind of left. So still relatively the same, although CLS doesn't matter and Chewie doesn't matter, so you just load them up with offense. Okay, next question. What else? 73. Just to be sure, because you guys rock so well. Number 1, Talzin Unique. Number 2, Maul Lead. And number 3, then Nest. So he's asking about, this is what else is
Zetas.
About. So he wanted to know what order we were actually saying, whether it's Talzin Unique, Maul Lead, and then Nest. Save 2 for Traya. Thanks again. So save 2 for Traya first. Depending on where you are in Arena and what you're trying to climb to. I saw you said you had a lot of Emperor Palpatines, and so you switched to Bastila, and that was the reason you went to Bastila. That's fine. But if you're looking for an Arena improvement, you'll need to prioritize Maul first, because you need the Maul, and this again after Traya. All of this is after Traya, because right now you're running Bastila, you don't need anything else for that. So if you are running into Revan issues, then the Maul Lead and the Nest Zeta should come first. If you're not concerned about fighting Revans, then you can go with Talzin first, and then I would probably actually say Nest as your second, because she's a little bit more versatile character, and then Maul third. But Maul is specifically to fight against Revens in Arena, and so if you're not really fighting them, you don't even have to prioritize it. That it just depends on where you're pushing and what you're facing. So Zeta-wise, it's just...
Hey, is the game down for anyone else?
Yep, it keeps on telling me I have to restart, and then I session logged and stuff. So, yeah.
Someone's DDoSing the servers again.
Yep. Hellenix be attacking CG headquarters.
It's all right. If
Next
you're
question,
getting an
Darth
error
Unlucky.
message, make sure you call Grande and Grande Law Firm.
When CG be attacking you for DDoSing their servers, call Grande and Grande. He might not be able to protect you, but he's kind of a big deal. Okay. Darth Unlucky. Question. Why do they keep removing characters from nodes rather than filling the ones that don't have any? Thoughts? Because they kind of screwed themselves by not allowing any other characters to be in Squad Arena store or Galactic War store.
Yeah,
or
they did.
Store.
Yeah, they did. And the other problem here is that some characters still have 3 hard nodes, like Jedi Consular. I mean, go look at how many places you can get Jedi Consular, and the game gives you a ton of free shards when you hit level 65 because of all of the ships play you do. So I mean, it's really Andy's available in Bronziums. I mean, I would never actually tell someone to farm Jedi Consular.
Can I say how much I love our fans?
What?
Decepticons just wrote CG headquarters were being bombarded by falling Coke bottles.
Oh, you are. Let me tell you. The Grandes must be crazy. That's what's happening.
Our Grande be such a big deal. He making Coke bottles rain from the sky.
Oh, God.
I think the reason they're removing characters from nodes is, that, hey, people are more inclined to fork over cash to refresh the nodes that those characters are left on.
Yeah, going.
Oh, no! I just got done the Ewok event and it says restart. Oh, no! I'm going to be so angry about the redo that. Oh, CG, you motherfucker.
If you've been hurt by the server disconnection, call Grande Grande Law Firm.
If you've been touched inappropriately by CG, call Grande and Grande.
Show me on this Revan where CG touched you.
Show me on this Revan.
I have a Revan. I can do that.
Show me on the Revan where CG touched you inappropriately. Oh my God, you guys kill me.
The other thing too, I would keep in mind. We've been talking about C-3PO, right? I wouldn't put it. You want to look carefully at the ones that they've been moving characters away, right? Some of the characters are just kind of general ones. They moved away like Jedi Knight Anakin. They moved Veers. They moved a Tusken Raider, I think was one of them. They moved an Anakin. They moved a Ahsoka Tano. So some of these are useful characters, some aren't. The most recent one was an Ewok Elder.
Yeah.
I'm maybe one of the last people still on the boat for it, but I'm still saying that there is a C-3PO release based on the stuff that was being put on Reddit earlier. And so I still think C-3PO is coming. And it would not surprise me if you needed Ewoks in order to get him. And part of what they just did is make it harder to get Ewok Elder if you haven't already started him. So
what Finn did was he tinfoiled his 3.
Yeah, you can still get him from
for that one.
Daniel Bias, show me on this chicken where CG touched you.
Show me on this chicken.
See, you guys are the reasons why we still keep doing it.
Oh my goodness!
I'm telling you, and Grande can come up with a crazy thing that just makes everybody just think it's ridiculous all the time.
It's very true. God.
I mean, I'm here for comic relief and for my legal advice.
The former, not the latter.
If you were forced to sell your jacket to buy Revan, contact Grande and Grande. We can get it back for you.
If you live off ramen noodles and didn't get Revan, call Grande and Grande Associates.
All right, he put you in touch with his wife. All right, next question. Hey, if you need monetary support, call Grande and Grande because the other Mrs. Grande is more important.
Yeah.
Mrs. Grande is really.
I can just see Miss Grande coming on like, have you seen this commercial with my husband? Don't listen to him. The real power in Grande and Grande comes from me.
Yo.
We would actually get clients that way.
I know, right?
Like people actually calling. We saw your commercial and we want Mrs. Grande to represent us. That's
not a lawyer.
I'm telling you, Mrs. Grande is so freaking smart. I cannot even tell you how freaking smart I mean, look. If I can do one thing well, it's marry a really, really, really smart woman.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Smart and attractive. I won the lottery on that deal.
Grande. Xylo 1111 just posted something. It's like you can create a perpetual cycle. If Grande made you laugh so hard you hurt yourself, contact Grande and Grande.
I'm actually laughing at the play on words here. How Virga Grande said, "Touch his wife." Virga Grande touch his wife.
I'm telling you, there's a reason. Virga Grande. There's a reason I'm called Grande Patron. Let me just.
Oh, he knows. That's why he's Virga Grande.
I know.
We have to move on to question 5 mark.
When the truth is found to be lies,
which aligns.
And Grande touches you on your thigh. Don't.
We need no. We need a Randy Newman song for this.
Dude, Grande Patron is such a big deal that he plays all the games that he wants. Except his wife gives him all the money, and he's pretty much he's just a bitch. I'm just saying, it's not the song that goes with it.
Okay, next question from 5 Mock. Question: the drop rate for shards and gear in the store has been pathetic, which aligns with Revan's paywall.
Yes.
Meaning you'll have to pay for them with crystals in terms of spending them for more crystals. It wouldn't surprise me if they reduce kind of the drop rate of some of the gear in order to get more gear that way. I haven't noticed it personally. Have you guys noticed it?
Yes.
Nah. I mean,
characters,
look,
yes. Gear, no. Gear's fine. I don't see any problem with gear. Gear is
man, I have trouble with gear all the freaking time.
Yeah, gear's not the issue for me. It's character shards, so I'm doing the 8, and I get maybe 1 if I'm lucky. 2 for me. If I get 2 shards, I'm like, wee.
But here's the deal: 2 shards out of 8 falls into that 30% drop rate.
That's
right? I mean,
that's a good day, Grande.
I mean, look, you're going to get 2 sometimes, and you're going to get 3 sometimes, and you're going to get 4 sometimes, and you're going to get 1 sometimes, and you're going to get 5 sometimes.
And you're going to get 0 sometimes. It happens a lot.
30. So as humans, we have the ability to remember the bad things. It's how we survive. We survive because we remember bad crap. It's we can't log in. When the saber-toothed tiger comes and attacks your grandpa as a caveman, you remember that and you stay away from the saber-toothed tigers later.
So Grande's having us attacked by saber-toothed tigers and Coke bottles.
Where the hell are you talking about, Grande? Saber-toothed tigers?
He's right. No, goddamn.
And that was brought to you by Grande Attenborough.
Yeah.
When you have question about Darwinism, call Grande and Grande.
Yeah. Master Grande, saber-toothed tigers don't exist in this timeline.
Grande, the only travel agent with a time machine.
That's right. Grande is the next Doctor Who Time Lord.
Oh God, Grande is Doctor Who.
That's my ringtone. I'm not even kidding you. I love that show.
Woo!
All right. Let's start wrapping through these last few questions really quick. So RSG Vormax question: do you guys think CG is too busy counting all their Jedi Knight Revan money from the event, and that's why they're so quiet and silent?
Probably.
And they just closed the servers. That's it. Thanks
it's
for
over.
the memories, guys.
It's a
thank you for all your Revan money. Revan event is over. We took your money. Goodbye.
I thought they were still partying. They bought it.
Thanks.
Sing again.
Silverbolt asks, when did this channel become National Geographic?
Yeah, right.
Geographic. God.
Mm.
Oh my god. You're just getting grande nature lessons. Okay.
It's the Chewbacca defense. This does not make sense. Look at Chewbacca. He's from Kashyyyk. This does not make sense.
That's what Ski Trooper just said. If grande doesn't make sense, you must have quit.
Hey guys, saber tiger chickens. I rest my case. Ah, quit it.
You guys give me so much crap. It's so awesome.
You put it out there, you knucklehead.
I totally put myself out there. I totally agree. I just
saber-tooth tigers.
I'm telling you, it's like
choke bottles on people, getting them attacked by saber-tooth tigers. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Jesus.
Oh god. Okay. Next question from Fima. Question. This is for you, Mike. What is your favorite football team of choice since you are English?
Green Bay Packers.
No, football, not football.
No, I saw the
football game.
He's from England.
Manchester United.
He likes the Patriots.
Man, you
baby.
baby.
Patriots. That's what they like in England.
No,
so I'm a southerner as far as England goes, and I live in this city
Liverpool?
we call London. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I've actually been to London.
We do have like a couple of games a year that go to London now. Do you watch?
Yes, you do. I personally don't, although I see all the setup because I work right by where it takes place. I mean, literally, right.
They play in what stadium?
Wembley Stadium.
They play in Wembley. Okay.
Yeah. They say that at everything.
And my team actually is just up the road from them.
Who's that? Who it is?
I support my local team, which is Queen's Park Rangers.
Okay, there you go. Oh, they're the
nice
Rangers.
We're supporting Rangers.
And I was thinking it's a very British sounding team to an American. Queen's Park Rangers.
Well, but don't all the Rangers in Great Britain, don't they all wear kilts?
No, the Sweaties do that.
God.
You need to go north of the border, mate. There's a big wall.
Scottish. I'm pretty sure about that.
I just thought all the Rangers in England were.
All right, we're going on to the next question before
Jesus
this National
Christ.
Geographic fund just keeps on going worse.
Well, as far as I'm aware.
All
Right, so far we have Coke bottles falling out of the sky, saber-tooth tigers attacking your ancestors,
and all English people wear kilts.
Okay.
There we go.
Let's see what else.
all English Rangers wear kilts. Come on.
Oh, well, you're retarded. Okay, next question, please.
Next question from Dakar for Grande. When did you become CG Grande?
Man, look, we all are entitled to our own opinion, and I don't always agree with what Ranger Infinity say. That's part of what makes our show interesting.
That's not the question, you political butthole. Answer it.
Is that we don't all agree. We don't all agree.
CG Grande, I think when they realized that Grande had put half their kids through college.
Look, I just don't subscribe to groupthink. I don't know what there is.
Oh, yeah, we do. Get the hell out of here.
Wait, I'm just seeing online there's some sort of link between Wells Fargo and CG.
The official credit card of Grande Patron.
That's right.
And apparently its stock rose quite considerably in the last week.
What?
All right.
Really?
Next question from Speedo Kills. After Revan's leadership, which Zeta should I do next? Direct Focus or Hero?
Oh, boy.
I would say Direct Focus. The Hero one it's nice, don't get me wrong. It's probably one that you want to get. But the fact that he becomes immune to stun and the ability block, especially if you're running Grandmaster Yoda, right? You're going to get tenacity up a little bit, and once your team starts rolling, it may not be as necessary. It's a good one to have, but your Direct Focus will start adding buff immunity and then increase the cooldowns and potentially stun with the Zeta. The usefulness of the Direct Focus early, I think, is a lot more important when you're running the squad, and so I would go with Direct Focus over Hero. But both of them are good. Hero, I think you can kind of get away with though without. without needing it. Because all the other stuff that you get, like the 10% of this and that and whatever, that whole list of things that you get that before the Zeta. So I think you can go without the Zeta on Hero, but you need the Zeta on Direct Focus.
Next question.
Chewy, question. So you won the Lottery Grande. What is your most prestigious title?
Oh my gosh, we've already said. Oh my, I have so many titles. It's freaking
his
ridiculous.
Best title is husband to Mrs. Grande.
I totally agree with that. And father to Curly Grande, Glasses Grande, and Baby Grande.
There you go.
There you go. John Moran, last question. Question for Mr. Grande Esquire. Is it true that treating a witness as hostile allows you to toss a jacket over their head to catch your...
Here, Grande.
According to Grande, yes. The answer is yes.
That's our legal acumen for you.
Oh my God!
All right.
I'm glad I made everybody enjoy today.
That's right. All right, Dr. Finn. I think it's time to wrap it up. Anything going on tonight that we need to talk about, or anything? Or anything we need to mention?
So we have the Wednesday night stream. We'll be making a big announcement about with our stuff about the American Cancer Society. In fact, we are going to have somebody from the American Cancer Society on the stream with us at the beginning, and make sure you guys do tune in for that. So we'll be doing that, and again, it's a really fun partnership we've been developing with the American Cancer Society for the campaign that we're doing for 2019. We're going to be announcing a few things that we're working on here. And so we'll give you all that information, as well as going through the news and notes and all of that. So this Wednesday night is going to be pretty fun for us. It's kind of a good day for us to do it too, because it's been kind of quiet on the CG front, right? There hasn't been a lot going on, and so we'll have time to discuss a lot of our charity stuff, and then of course spend a lot of time answering any questions you guys have about Revan and how to use them and counters and stuff. So yeah.
All right, and make sure you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe, like the channel, give us a thumbs up on the video. That really does help us out. If you have checked out our Patreon, please check out our Patreon. We are $4 short from our first goal. We had hit it, but then it went back down. So we're $4 away from our first goal for Patreon, which helps us keep the content keep coming out for you guys. So if you haven't checked out our Patreon and would like to become a Patreon sponsor, please do. You can see we got all kinds of cool stuff for each tier that you may want to participate in as a Patreon sponsor. We use all the money and proceeds we get from YouTube and Patreon to basically make the stream better for you guys, investing in other things like gear, better internet, all that kind of stuff. So if you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, please do. All right, I think that does it for today. Get ready for our big stream tonight in 7 hours or under 7 hours. And on behalf of myself and the RSG crew, thank you guys for stopping by. We will holler at you later.
Connection to Star Wars: The Galaxy of Heroes is not going to be DLC content.